New refrigerator math. Take a minute to go ahead and read the prompt, and then we'll start with number 1. Number 1, calculate how many kilowatt hours the new refrigerator uses in a month of 30 days. In order to do kilowatt hours, you're going to take the kilowatts and then multiply it by the number of hours that are used. And for energy math with watts, you smush the units together. You combine the units. It's really the only thing that you do where you combine the units like this. So we're going to take 0.5 kilowatts. That's the power rating of the new refrigerator, the old refrigerator, sorry. And the new one uses half that amount. So we're going to take this number and we're going to divide it by 2 because it's going to use half that amount, and so half of it's saved. And it's asking how much the new refrigerator uses in a month, and it uses half the amount of the old. So this gives us 0.25 kilowatts that are used. And then we need to multiply this by 24 hours per day. And our watts, our kilowatts, and our hours basically smush together. So we're going to do 24 times 0.25. And when we do this side math all the way out, and pause the video so that you can do the side math here. Our number here comes out as 6 kilowatt hours per day. And again, so this is the unit that you take the watts, which is kilowatts in this problem, and you combine it with the hours. It's not kilowatt hours per hour, it's kilowatt hours is the whole unit there. And now we're going to multiply that by how many days in a month. And it told us that it's a month of 30 days. And so now we're going to notice that our days cancel out through dimensional analysis. And we're going to be left with 180 kilowatt hours per month. And that's our answer. Let's go ahead to the next one. Okay, going on to number 2. Go ahead and pause the video and read the prompt for number 2. Okay, so here we need to find out 2 different things and add them together. So first we're going to take the 180 kilowatts hours that we know that we saved and use per month, and we're going to multiply it by the hottest 8 months of the year. And the price for that energy is 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So now we know that these things can cancel. This is one of the beauties of dimensional analysis, is that you can check to make sure things cancel, to make sure that you're doing the problem right. And if you're left with a unit here at the end that you want, then you know that you've set it up correctly. So when you do all of this math by hand, 180, and you could do this on the side, times 8 times 0.25, I'm sorry, 0.25, not this one. When you do all of that math, you're going to come out with 360. And so the first part of our answer is 360, but we're not done. So the second part of our answer is we need to calculate it for the hottest 4 months of the year. So I'm going to start it the same way And this time it's going to be for 4 months. And it's going to cost more in the summer, the price of electricity per kilowatt hour. And we can check if we set it up right because everything cancels and we're left with the unit that we want. And then we go ahead and we do the math here on the side. So pause the video and go ahead and do the math. Most of the time I like to do them separately. So I would do 180 times 4, and then I'd take that answer and multiply it by 31 cents. And so when we do that, the answer that we come out with, when we do the math all by hand, is 223.20. We're not done. We've got to add it to the first answer. So the first answer was $360. And so when we add that all together, our total savings per year is $583.20. So remember, the new refrigerator saves us half the amount of electricity, and so we're going to use half and save half. So the amount of the $583.20 is the amount that we would have saved and the amount that we used in electricity. So now we're going to take that problem for number 3. The price of the new refrigerator was $1,400. Calculate how many years it will take to recoup the cost of the new fridge due to energy. You may round to the nearest whole year. You can kind of look at that and estimate a little bit because we're going to save $583.20 per year. And this is saved. And so if we take the price of the refrigerator, which is $1,400, and we divide it by 583, and this is the price per year, then when we do this math out, we know it's going to go in twice, and we're going to have 1176 here. We're going to subtract, and we're going to get 234 as our remainder. Decimal here, drop the 0 down. This goes in about 4 times. 4 times 583 is 2332. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to get an 8. I'm going to add a 0 up here. I'm going to drop it down. And this would be a 0 here. And so we can round. So really it's about 2.4 years, but the problem said you can round to the nearest whole year. And so it would take 2 years to recoup the cost. And then after that, it's all pure profit. So a new refrigerator is going to end up saving money over the long run than the old refrigerator.